This shit ain't nothing to me, you stupid piece of shit.
Oh, fix that.
Also, I feel like we should do it to listeners at home. We're here with Ivan Decker.
Yeah.
This is where we
Netflix's
can
own
start.
Ivan
Fred,
Decker.
we can start
here to go.
Fresh start.
Fresh slate.
Let's start after I got all my anger out.
Get it out, man. That's what this cast is for.
You got blindsided, to be fair.
It's true.
We dropped an antagonistic name from your past.
Yeah.
And you were like, if I heard that name again, I swore I would.
Yeah, I
avenge
didn't
myself.
know I'd made so many,
hit
but
your
you can't get where you get without making some enemies along the way.
Yeah,
that was your
Try
buddy.
to please everybody.
Who is an enemy where it's entirely one-sided and they have no idea they're your enemy?
I don't even know.
Really? You don't have like a headliner that just like in their mind they're like, Ivan's great, I liked how he opened for me, and then you're like, you disrespected me when I was 1 year old. I'm here to kill you.
Sleeper cell activation that comes out.
With most people, because people come around again. You know,
Really?
The scene is so small.
I want to throw a couple names at you that maybe we can bleep out.
Sure.
One of them, Jerry D.
Jerry's nice. Yeah.
You're good with Jerry?
I like Jerry because he did the thing that that now a lot of headliners do, but he was the first guy to do it for me, and I really appreciated it, where he introduced me from the Voice of God backstage.
Those are the best.
At his theater show. So I do it whenever I have openers now, and I think it's because if it's your fans and you're opening cold, they don't fucking know what's going on.
Yeah.
The audience thinks you work for the theater.
Yeah.
Like, I was opening for Brent once, and somebody was like, is this your first time on stage? And I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, idiot.
Because Brent's a G. He does the meet and greets before the show. He's like, I want to go home.
Oh, wow.
After. So, like,
That's
you're in the green room getting ready, and there's just, like, people coming down being like, hi, we're so nice to meet you. Can we get a picture? He's like, yeah, no problem. He's just, like, eating a sandwich. And he goes out and does 90 minutes and destroys.
God, yeah.
But so
Jesus.
Jerry introduced me from the VOG, and like the difference in audience appreciation when they hear the guy they like go, this is my friend.
Yeah.
I picked him.
Yeah.
He's great. Then they go, oh, it's a friend of Jerry's.
Yeah.
Great. Otherwise, you have to be like a certain comedian we know and just try to incorporate as many stories as you can about you and the headliner hanging out in your act.
We're
So
good
they
friends.
go,
Yeah.
oh, I guess he's friends with him?
So me and Jerry have a kid together.
Yeah.
Talk about raising a child.
Joint custody of a young Afghani boy that we adopted together. You guys might not know this.
We hang out a lot. We do a lot of hanging out.
We chill.
Do you ever go on the Voice of God, like if you have someone opening for you and you go, all right, thank you guys for coming out tonight. Tonight, I just want you to give a very warm welcome to my opener, a fucking idiot I'm not going to pay. Give it up for Darcy Boone Collins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there were definitely headliners I worked with that would have a line about you. Like Richard Lett used to always come out after you and go, give it up for Ivan Decker, one of the finest gay comedians.
Damn, he got your ass.
And then he would
Holy
go, I'm
shit.
kidding.
I'm kidding.
He's not the finest.
Oh!
Wow.
You also...
He's just gay.
He literally.
No, he wouldn't say that. That was the
too
sometimes
funny.
if we were in a real oil town and you, had to
You
spell
punched it
out.
up for
Yeah, you
him.
really
Yeah.
punched it up.
Yeah,
We,
he literally hit you with the vocal version of Handshake. Psych.
Exactly.
So you just activated our Trump card.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
tell Richard
We're
Glenn West
obsessed with
stories.
Richard.
I
Long
love this.
stories.
I was one of the first guys to I got to work with him a lot because I would do it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of comedians. There were a lot of comedians that were like, I don't want to fucking open for this guy, and I was like, I don't care. I want to do comedy.
Yeah.
and I want to get paid to do it. And if this is what it takes, I'll drive this fucking asshole to Castlegar.
Yeah.
Just like 8 hours in a car on a sheet of ice in a rented Pontiac Vibe to make $150.
Did you know I invented callbacks?
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, good. He would try to punch up my stuff, and I'd be like,
Jesus.
I heard recently
You
that
should mutter more.
he said something about like, he takes responsibility for me because he was like, I helped him out.
Recently.
Dude, that's you'll be
He's saying that for a decade.
You'll be driving somewhere like, you see that crater? I made it with the hammer of Thor.
Yeah.
Like he takes credit for everything.
Do you remember his Facebook crash out?
Yes. Oh, when he
Yeah.
pretended to die.
No.
Before
long
that.
Before that.
before
Where
that.
he was like, the comedians that you all look up to learned everything they know from me.
Oh, yeah.
And like 300 comments were like,
Yeah.
Fuck
favorite
you.
comic
Yeah.
was
But I
my
have
opener.
done literally the opposite of everything he told me to do.
Yeah.
in my career. Like that's how because he was like, quit your job. I was like, keep my job as long as possible. Got it.
Yeah. Quit your job, never get married.
Do dirtier jokes. Stay clean. Excellent. Good idea, Richard.
Bite people.
I
Forget
think
how to drive.
It's hard because like I guess there are some headliners that are still like absolute pieces of shit, but I think the people I opened for in the way early days, I was kind of like, I'm glad I'm seeing this because it's really exposing me to like what can happen.
Oh my God.
If you're not careful.
I think like almost in a way where like the way comedy was when I started, I felt like I got to see the absolute last generation of like gunslingers.
Yeah, the
You know what
real
I mean?
road dog,
Yeah.
like
Guys
guys
were
who
like-
renovate houses during the week.
Guys
Yeah.
who rob houses during
Yeah.
shows, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just people that it's like in the age of the internet, you just can't conduct yourself like this.
Yes.
But guys who made a living for a lifetime living like that. And then I got to see like the final couple moments of them coming through town and just like the first time I'd be like, wow, that guy seemed really rough, but the show went pretty well. And then the second show I was like, wow, everything is exactly the same. And then you kind of put together where it's like, oh, they go on stage, their eyes roll back in their head, and they do the exact same hour.
Yeah.
Because it's the only act they've ever had.
Yes.
And then, you know, between shows, they're just like,
Hey, let's not come down on people who have the same act.
There's nothing wrong
Why don't
with
we
that.
take it easy? If it works,
I mean, the act
If it
is,
plays,
yeah.
it
pays the
stays.
bills. You know what I mean?
You heard it here, folks. Ivan loves canned crowd work.
I love it. What are you two doing tonight?
Damn, yeah.
So, do you have any Richard Lett stories you can share?
Oh yeah.
He
Let me
doesn't
try
know
to
how the
think.
internet works, so he won't find this.
Yeah, there were a few times. Like there was a real one time. Sonny Dollywall and I and Richard, which is like the idea of like paying 3 comedians to go somewhere. That's not. I don't think they do that anymore. But
No.
it was like I think it was either Cranbrook, Castlegar, or Trail. One of those like
yes.
Yeah.
inner British Columbia, like we
Mountain.
mine some kind of critical mineral, and we're gonna pay for it health wise in a few decades. There's gonna be a class action
gonna be
suit
some-
in this town.
There's going to be some lumpy kids coming out of this.
Yeah. The air is a color that is odd. It's not
The water
gray.
is the color of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't even think boiling this it just made it worse.
Yeah. Some of us have gills.
There's some nice places there as well, but
course.
yeah, we don't get booked to go there. But we drove. It was like winter, so we had to drive the Crow's Nest Highway, and I got a rental car, and I couldn't. Snow tires were not in the budget. If I got snow
Oh my
tires,
God.
we would have come out under.
Holy
So
shit.
to stay in the black, I mathed it out, and I was like, we gotta go the all seasons, boys.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So I got
man.
a Pontiac Vibe, which was a little 2 front-wheel drive piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And we drove like 8 hours, and a lot of it was like, I'm on an ice rink. Like I'm driving white knuckle. The car, I feel it like sliding.
God, yeah.
There's people in front
It's
of
the
me
worst.
like
It's-
going like, and then like they're gone, and I'm like, we can't stop. If we stop, we crash.
We have
just need
Canada's
to-
top headliner in the
yeah,
car.
we need to
cannot
maintain.
crash.
So then Richard was in the back. He was sitting in the back seat, and he would smoke. And I was like, "You can't smoke in the car." And he's like, "It's fine." He would roll all 4 windows out. It's
fine.
minus 30.
Yeah.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're gonna die.
You're so
I'm
scared.
so focused on getting us there alive.
Yeah.
And he's just like casually like, whatever. Windows down.
He keeps putting the
Smoking.
cigarette in your ear.
Let me tell you about my ex-wife. And like, there was so many like when he got cancer, we did this fundraiser, and we raised money for him. We got a bunch of people to donate. My friend Seth and I booked this show, and a bunch of people came out. People did spots. He headlined. It was all this very like, we're doing this for you.
Yeah.
And I think we raised like $2,500 because he needed food for groceries or something.
Yeah.
and he bought a TV, and then he invited us over.
I've heard of this
He invited us over, and then was like, "Look what I got with your money." Like, not even hiding it. Like he was like, and then he's very excited to show us
What a bastard.
that his laptop connected to the TV. He was like, "Look at this!
Look at this.
I'm gonna make a lot of money now."
You can see my Facebook statuses on the television.
The
Mama, I made it.
computer's on the TV. You don't understand.
I invented that.
Look at my calendar. It was like, he was just in the Google Calendar app. And he was like on the TV. He's like, huh?
So now
So it's bigger.
I have to ask you, what can I do with these weekends here?
See, if I bring up my YouTube video, I can tell people I've been on the TV.
Yeah, he was also one of the many people who got a plan. He had a plan. He hatched a scheme to take down Yuck Yucks.
Nice.
And while I was with him, he was like cooking it up. So he was
While
like,
you were driving in the front.
Like, no, this was a different time.
Okay.
This was when I was one of the first times I opened for him, when he asked me to steal the toilet paper from my room. He called my room. It was like one of my first road gigs.
Also, what is his plan? I'll go to Mark Preslin's house and I'll set up a series of Home Alone traps.
Yeah.
I'm going to take down Yuck Yucks. Ivan, do you know where I can get 1,000 bees?
Ivan, where can I get TNT?
Yeah, I need a bag of ladybugs. You grew up in a farm town.
I'm going to paint a wall. I'm going to paint a tunnel. And then Mark Breslin is going to drive, and he's going to see the end of the tunnel.
I've got these things called rocket skates. Surely I'll be able to catch up with him in Toronto. Give him a birthday cake with candles of sticks of dynamite.
I'll draw a picture inside the tunnel of a Yuck Yucks comedian doing an independent show. Mark will run so fast, he'll shatter his face on the wall. He'll be so angry. But he,
What was his scheme? Sorry.
he had a burner phone. That was part of it.
Incredible.
He got a burner phone.
No way.
He made up a lady, Sylvia. I think he had a voice actor friend
Holy shit.
record the voicemail message on the burner phone.
This is already so
this
complicated.
British lady. But it was like, I was like, you got too far at, like, who are you gonna book? Like, there was so many things where you're like, I got the voicemail, I got the phone. We're way ahead of him.
Now all I need is a venue, comedians.
But he was trying to steal venues. So he was trying, because it was around the time that Yuck Yucks had just, Nancy and Judy, who were they booked the Calgary.
Yeah.
They had just broken away, and like Laugh Shop had started. And the former Yuck, I was also like one of the first ones to do the new Yuck Yucks location that they moved after they moved out of the West Edmonton Mall and into the Northgate Mall.
Yes, yeah.
And there was 2 people in the crowd one night.
That's a good. That's a good crowd.
Sorry, there were 4 people, and then 2 of them were thrown out, and the girls stayed. It was like 2 guys, 2 girls, and the guys were being shitty, and they kicked them out, and then the girls were like, "We're staying." And then I was opening, and I was like, "Where did they go?" And then I sat on the stage, and I ate their nachos that they left behind. And then I was like, just talking to these women, and then brought up Pete Johansson, who was headlining.
Oh my god.
I'm sure he was enthralled.
He had a great time.
To comedy for
He was
2
very happy. And then there was one of the other shows, I remember there was these 2 old cougars there that came up, and they were talking about online dating, and they're like, you gotta message these fellas in the morning, because that's when they check their email.
Oh my god.
Christ.
Yeah.
If you want the men to respond.
Okay.
What was the scheme? How did the scheme
Sorry, so the
play
scheme
out?
was that he was then talking to the venues, and like, he was like, don't tell anybody about this. And I haven't. This is the first time.
Oh my god.
Put that shit on law.
I was like,
That's
oh
what he
yeah.
does.
I was like, I forgot about this scheme because it turned into nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was basically like, we have a plan, we got a phone.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I think he was like I think he was just gonna try to scoop them from Laugh Shop also.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to double scoop. Like, so this like Nelson, all these shows in the interior of BC, he was like, I'll talk to the bookers while we're there. Like, I think he was like, his idea was like, I'll crush, and then I'll go up to him and be like, he'll be like, talk to my my booker. Her name was Sylvia Munson.
Hello.
That was her name.
Yeah.
I remember the name for some reason.
Wow.
Can't remember the name of any of the parents of the people I meet at my kids' daycare. But I know Richard Lett's fake.
It's you going up to the teacher at the daycare. Oh, Sylvia Munson.
Sylvia Munson. Yeah, Miss Munson. How are the children today? Did they have an accident? Yeah, and so he had that scheme. I don't know what happened. This story doesn't really have an ending because, of course, like anything else,
Like Richard Lett,
it all crashed
Yes.
Yeah.
out. Because then he got in trouble for the Picton poem,
Oh my God. Yeah.
and then I think everything kind of like
Yeah.
his name got associated with that. I remember he made a poem. Do you guys know this story?
Picton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Picton, Victor.
Yeah,
On YouTube?
And it
Yeah,
came back
it's on
again
YouTube.
because somebody was like selling T-shirts that had like it was like Picton's
Yes,
barbecue.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who.
Yeah.
Was it Richard?
No, it was.
No.
It was. Yeah.
It was people who will probably do House of Comedy any minute now.
They're
Yeah.
doing it next month.
Are they?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Danger Cats.
Oh yeah, of
Everyone's
course.
favorite cats.
Yeah, they're the best cats. They did the Rio, and I was like, the Rio seems a bit.
Did they do the Rio?
Yeah, they had a
I don't
Rio
think
show.
so,
It
dude.
was like Danger Cats and Uncle Laser and a bunch
Yeah.
of people at the Rio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also screamed, I think they screened a documentary that was like, comedy's illegal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Jesus.
dangerous, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out. Comedy's very dangerous.
Comedy's very
Comedy's
dangerous.
scary.
They're
right
coming
now.
for us.
Yeah.
These women with blue hair who are really good at making a cortado.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't understand. If you hate like LGBT, why are you drinking? You must be drinking bad coffee then, because if you like good coffee,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you gotta be
Yeah.
cool. You gotta be cool with.
You are
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
the they
If
thems
you-
are making
if
it.
you don't like pronouns, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Enjoy your shitty swill.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out if that counts as anti-Italian discrimination.
Yeah, I guess you could also go to Commercial Drive.
Yeah.
Darcy only.
Or it's just implying that every Italian is gay.
Yeah.
I think if you went up and called every Italian by they them pronouns, they would try and kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a more stolen cultural thing than espresso? Like, how do you think the
Yeah.
Italians feel about their entire? Because like coffee culture,
But they took it from like Peru.
sure, yeah, I guess
Africa,
you're not growing,
yeah.
you're not
Sure, the-
growing coffee in
Yeah.
Italy.
Peruvians
Yeah.
are probably like, hey man,
Hey.
we
Yeah.
made a pretty mean
That
Turkey.
was
I
ours.
think Turkey is where it originally, Middle East, right? That's where
Was
it came
it?
from.
I think you're right,
Yeah, it was,
actually,
yeah.
And apparently England was a coffee country. They were one of the first Western countries to have coffee, and then because they didn't own any of the they had not colonized any of the countries where coffee is
Hair
grown.
blue, check it.
They didn't,
gone
before
now,
it came
but it
to
was
so-called Canada.
Yeah.
They owned a lot of tea countries, so then they switched their population to tea, so they
makes
could
sense.
make money.
Yeah.
Like, England on coffee would be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can you
yeah.
imagine those teeth more yellow? Holy shit, dude. That's crazy.
I was gonna say, like, their comedians with their headsets would be talking so
That'd
fast.
be
Yeah.
so many
Have you got to see what's going on the news today?
God, he's not real. God, he's not real.
When I wrote this show, why is every fucking Fringe show about how they were writing the Fringe show?
Very
Yeah.
true.
Like,
Because what else do they have to talk
Or
about?
I feel like
Yeah.
every Fringe show is always them talking about running the Fringe show in a very like an area that's horrible to stand up, and they have a 15-minute bit on being like, I had to do this at an old folks home.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, man. And instead of doing the act, they're like, here's what it was like when I told that joke in front of a woman with dementia.
Let's just say I was killing.
yeah, it's shit.
Can I make a request? Sean, can you do your, like, cheeky British guy that's always like, yes, what of course, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
You
yeah.
remember him?
I do
You had
remember that,
You did
yeah.
this character for Halloween
I
one
do
year.
remember
So
that,
much.
but it's always just it's basically a knockoff of oh my god, what's his name? He's Carr.
Jimmy Carr?
Jimmy Carr.
Everyone's
it's a knockoff
favorite, the
of
goat.
Jimmy Carr,
Yeah.
where he just always just does the dumbest jokes, and he's like, "Oh, are you offended by that?" And it's always him just coming in here. This is an actual Jimmy Carr. Do you guys know that? Where he will open his set and go, "Okay, so, cell phones off, everyone. You turn your cell phone, and when I turn your phones off, turn your phones. And when I say phones, I do mean cell phones. I don't think anyone brought a landline in here." Oh, you didn't like that one, you fucking dicks! You fucking idiots didn't like that one, did you, you motherfuckers?
Too smart for you.
Too smart for you.
Go back to the chippy and put your face in the deep fryer, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, it's just, the whole bit is just being a posh British guy, and the moment the joke doesn't work, it's just going, oh, I see! You're fucking...
You know, the Oxford University is as old as the Aztecs.
Oh, can you also do your British guy how every British comedian, they can start talking about like sleeping bags, but then it always just comes back to how Americans love guns and being fat?
Oh, yeah, so this is... wow, that I haven't done that in years.
Yeah.
It's basically just a British... It's every single British comic that I've watched, all their material, it just ends up comparing Britain to America, and then it somehow brings up...
two very different
things.
But I love when they go USA.
USA.
They never say America.
It's not America, because that also encompasses Mexico.
But they'll always have it where they'll be like, oh, I was eating chips. Oh, you guys know what it is. Chips. No, you call them fries. We call our chips crisps, which makes more sense then, doesn't it? We get a little bag of crisps and we eat it. Not like these American bags of chips. You go in there, it's the size of a sleeping bag. You got to put your whole hand in there, pull it out. They have American Doritos. Do you know that? Come in there, you get to pull out an AR-15 with it. What the hell? You pull out the AR-15, fits perfectly in your kid's bag to go to school. It's just always that, and you're like,
doing
wow.
that bit at an old folks home.
Yes, it just immediately goes back to there's America has guns and they shoot schools every single time. It goes back.
Yeah.
And they're doing great though. They have no problems.
Yeah.
No, they're doing great and they're doing amazing, and they pay their openers so well, dude. It's fucking sick.
The UK?
It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. Open for Mo Gilligan. He gave me so much knowledge.
He didn't pay you any money?
Didn't pay
He
me.
gave me so much wisdom.
What? Mo Gilligan.
It was a small venue. It was only the Rio.
Yeah, it was only the Rio sold out, you know.
What the fuck?
Bruv, we don't have the means to give you anything.
That's what he said?
That's what his manager... his manager sent me a bunch of voice memos. I think I played them on here.
Oh, man,
you
that's
did
great.
too.
Yeah,
You don't
I
have
played
the means?
He was just like, yo, we don't have like the means.
Sounds like we
at
need
the
to throw a
moment.
bit more tea in the harbor, boys. Get your Indian addresses. I like how that part of the story, though, like they dressed up like natives, and it was like...
Did you play Assassin's Creed 3?
Okay.
Don't talk about that part.
Did you play...
Just say they did it out of patriotism. We also tried to dress up and blame it on indigenous people. Is that fine? No, shut up.
I want to know where because
Did you play
Desmond's
Assassin's
grandfather-
Creed 3?
Which one? Is that the
The
indigenous
American
one?
Revolution one.
Yes, yeah,
You
yeah.
play an indigenous guy throwing tea in the harbor. And I was playing it like, this is a crazy This is crazy. Like they're like, yeah, then this hooded indigenous assassin just kept doing it every now and again. He would come along and then kill British people with his wrist.
It also
Yeah.
played into like I feel like so many Americans' ideology of like, do you know all of us have a little bit of indigenous?
Oh,
in
yeah.
it? Where
Oh
it's
my
just, like,
God, yeah.
It's this dude who all you've played as is Italian people. You've only
Yeah,
played as like
produced by
Ezio.
Buffy St. Marie. She did the soundtrack. You kill the last guy, it's like, love lifts us up where we belong. Among the indigenous people, illegitimately.
Which we all are, all of us.
Which
a little
everybody,
bit.
we all feel the land.
This is just a podcast called Four Métis Men Spitting Facts. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, my drag name is Huffy St. Marie.
Oh,
I get up there, I complain. Also, this has been living in my head, and I just have to get it out there. You
Sorry,
said
I
LGBT.
feel like I'm not talking to you enough because I'm facing the other
I
voice.
have noticed it's clearly bothering him.
I am.
He's
I
over
feel
your
bad.
shoulder trying to...
Don't worry,
I feel
Ivan.
bad.
Usually when this podcast happens, I'm in your seat and it turns into this really quick.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
Sorry.
Sean's been killing in the
sit
morning.
back.
Whatever.
Let's start
Here we
over.
go.
I want Bobby to be a part of
This
this.
is the starting of the podcast. No,
This is the beginning?
I just have to say
Reintroduce
this
the
out loud
guest.
because it's gonna stay in my head.
What is-
But you said the thing about if you don't like gay people, you are drinking bad coffee, and all I could think was LGBTQ stands for legit great beans. Thanks, Queens. And I was like, if I don't say this out loud, it will not.
Yeah.
leave my head.
You've been sitting for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I want that clip to happen, and then I want you just to zoom in on Bobby's face waiting. But like, I have a good line, and it was worth it.
Oh, can I just? It was worth
Sorry
it.
to bring it back, just real quick.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Legit great beans. Thanks,
I think
Queen.
you've been quiet just because you're brewing it.
Yeah,
You're sitting there, and it wasn't an immediate thing. You're just like, how do I make this
Brewing,
more?
hey, brewing it like a queen do.
Yeah.
Brewing it like only a queen can.
I think that's what's amazing about comedy is that when a joke is in you, there's like it's like throwing up. You're like I have to
It's
get this
gotta
out.
come out.
Then like when you throw out a riff and it truly bombs, and you're like, for 10 minutes I've been.
Yeah, you're like I
Yes.
had that.
That's been.
I overworked it. You overworked
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah,
the problem.
yeah.
It's timing.
You flub the setup, and you're like, this was gonna kill.
Yeah,
damn it, I
I
had
don't
a
think
lot.
I've overworked anything in my life. I don't know if you've
Kinda
listened
with
to
you
much
on
of this
that one.
podcast. I've never overworked it.
No, I think this podcast is a fantastic format.
We
Thank
also
you.
we have a bit that this was a Sean and I one, but we have Richard Lett as Preston Garvey.
I don't know who Preston Garvey is.
Remember Fallout 4?
Yes.
Remember the Minuteman guy?
Yeah. Okay.
Another settlement needs your help. Let me mark it on your map.
Let me mark it on your map.
Another settlement needs your help. Let me mark
The Commonwealth needs your assistance immediately. A settlement, and they require the Minuteman.
Do you think we could be more than friends, or do we have that conversation, or I'll just dig in the dirt over here in my colonial outfit?
Ivan, fuck! Rad roaches are biting my ankles, Ivan!
Ivan, what the fuck? The fucking rad roaches. What the fuck?
Ivan!
What the fuck?
I
Broke the turrets, Ivan.
Ivan, these fucking super mutants are fucking everywhere!
We gotta get to the Institute so we can kill fucking. We gotta kill the Yuck Yucks guy. Come on.
Ivan, Diamond City won't let me in their boundaries. They say I'm not allowed there anymore.
Diamond City's acting like number 5 orange right now.
Diamond City's a bunch of uppity fucking queers.
All right, let me mark it on your map.
Do you know the story about Canada's George Carlin?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
but I would love to
Please
hear
tell.
from
Please tell.
The fans don't.
the fans.
The
would
fan.
love to hear.
Well, he was billing himself as Canada's George Carlin for a long time.
Yeah.
because
He used to be Canada's Eddie Murphy.
Then they told him he had to get rid of the paint.
but then he was like, I think the story is that he was in an article, and they're like he came on stage looking like Canada's George Carlin, but the comparison ended there.
Oh,
and then he got rid of the other part of that quote.
He came on stage. Canada's
Canada's
George
George
Carlin.
Carlin. The end.
Here's 100 words you can't say on TV.
Canada's George Carlin doing Shining Time Station. Oh, fucking Thomas came down the track, eh? Jesus, fuck, Percy. Spelled your shit.
Percy!
Have you in the documentary?
Have you seen the documentary?
Never Be Done, the Richard Lett story.
No.
It is
I
dark.
think you're in it.
Am I?
Yeah, I think-
Was I interviewed?
Jai Harris was in it. I think you're in
There's
it.
a clip of Sonny Dollywall
Sonny's
as
in
what's his name? Richard Glenn Lett says something insane, and you just see Dollywall just go and walk out of frame. It fucking rules. He like exits the room, just being like,
Oh,
"What
man.
the fuck, man?"
Yeah.
Great. No, I don't think I was around in town when they were filming that.
Really?
But
Well,
maybe
and they did it over the course of many years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of footage, and then at one point he does a show at Laugh Lines, and they're filming him, and it's a clean show, and he's you know where this is going, and he's on stage.
I know his whole act. I can tell you the bits he did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Hamster ball,
yes.
talking car.
I remember Talking Car.
That was a good bit. The voices.
gone
I
too
hear
far.
voices.
You've gone too far. You've gone too far.
Voices.
He's like going, and then it's like he's like trying to be squeaky clean, and then like doesn't get a pop where he wants, and then he just is like, well, fuck it, let's just fucking go, right? Let's just fucking go, and then just starts being like, fuck you, you're a fucking bitch, and just like goes so filthy. And they record him like having the turn, and then you see him just like he gets in this fight with this woman who ends up like leaving.
Oh, my
and then
God.
She like talks to the documentary crew, and it's just like I don't know why he like he's so antagonistic. Like,
I gotta
he's
watch this.
So mean, and then it cuts back to him on stage. He goes, "All right, you guys ready to get this just started? You're gonna love your headliner. Yeah, he goes, you're gonna love your headliner." And it's like, oh, he wasn't even headlining.
Doing that as a host.
So Richard going, he goes totally berserk, and then he goes, "You guys are gonna love your headliner.
Oh God.
You guys
You seem warmed up.
you guys seem warmed up."
I love watching an MC do an entire arc.
Yes.
Before bringing up the first
yeah.
act, like you're like the
hero's
and it's
journey.
so crazy to watch from the back of the room, especially if you're up first, because you're
Yeah.
like, okay, crowd seems pretty hot, pretty good, and then like some weird crowd work happens. You're like, okay, we're spinning our wheels a little bit, but I think the show will be fine.
We can recover.
I got new stuff to try. We can save this. And then he's like screaming at a woman. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, he took it personally.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
he's taking it to a weird place.
Yeah.
And now he's just bringing me out in the deadest silence. Go. Yes, it got so, the awkwardness is so palpable. And then he goes, well, you guys seem warmed up. You ready for your first act? I'm like, no. I'm screaming from the back. No.
They're not.
Don't fucking bring me up now, you psycho.
I'll do less time. Do more.
Yeah, you're like, nobody does well in that scenario.
When it's a bad MC and the crowd is white hot.
Oh my
When it's
God.
someone who you know like
Yeah.
they don't know how to do it, and they get up there and the crowd is so hot, you're just like, just get off.
Yeah, you
just
just
get
get
off.
off,
Get me
just
on.
leave.
Just
Just
get
leave.
off and get me up there, and
Yeah.
then you watch them just slowly tank the
Also,
room. and you're
they
like,
always do this. We saw it last week or
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. They always do the same thing where it'll be like they do terribly. First comic does well, gets
Yep.
the crowd going. Like Balshin or someone
think I
gets
know
them
where you're going
going.
with this.
Then they go up and they go, "Oh, they're good now. Time for me to run a couple minutes."
Yeah.
And then they go
Yeah.
up there, pour water all over the coals,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
someone else has to start it up.
Yeah.
Then they go in between, and they just keep doing
all
it.
the time.
the one
Yeah.
that we can't stop laughing at is just somebody just fucking lays an egg on what you know is a perfectly fine crowd.
Yeah.
And then they go in the green room. They were weird.
Yeah.
It's always that.
They were weird.
They're kind of weird.
They were weird. They were weird.
They were
They're
weird.
just me.
weird for you guys.
They're weird.
I know you had a good set. They
Yeah.
sounded loud for you.
Yeah.
Kind of weird for me.
Worked
Yeah.
out for everyone else,
Oh.
but they were weird for
I guess
me.
they don't like white guys or something. Probably.
Also,
Yeah.
Bobby, can you please do the bit that you were doing last night of ending on a clean show?
Oh yeah, so me and Darcy were hired to do clean comedy here in a couple weeks, and
great.
you know, yeah. So we have to do both do 15
Exciting.
minutes clean.
I
you know?
recommended you guys. They asked. They said we can't afford you. Do you know anybody else that's similar to you? And I said, yeah. Oh boy, do I have a couple of
Yeah.
guys.
Do I ever?
They were like,
Yeah.
"You're the cake. What are the ingredients?"
Yeah.
And you were like, "I got 2 guys."
So I was saying I want to go up and just do 15 minutes squeaky clean, and then go, oh my god, you guys have been great. And I just did 15 minutes of clean comedy. No cock sucking, pussy fucking. Didn't say cunt, cocksucker, bitch. And you fucking morons ate it up, didn't you?
best.
Thank you so much.
That's Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
You guys are gonna love your headliner.
Make sure you get paid first.
Yes, yeah.
I did a
I
corporate
think that would be
gig.
so funny to do at the end of a clean set, though. No cocksucking,
Yeah.
pussy fucking nothing.
I did a gig. Did I tell you this? Do you know this Mace Scaloni story? Have I told you this?
No.
No.
This is one of the funniest things that ever happened at corporate for me to watch. Mace was opening for me at this Foundation for Fighting Blindness fundraiser. So they used to do a bunch of these shows, Comic Vision it was called,
Yeah.
and it was very fun. The crowds were hot. It would be a little bit bright in there because
Yeah.
they needed the lights up for
Yeah.
the visually impaired people. But nonetheless, the crowds were very excited to be there. But they were like, don't do anything about, don't swear, make sure you're clean.
Yeah.
And
I thought they were gonna say don't do any "I look like" jokes.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get the whole. Before I do my set, everyone feel my face.
Yeah, yeah.
I know
on
what
a
you guys
side
were
note,
thinking.
I once opened for Herb Dixon at a deaf fundraiser where they
Sounds
had a
like Def
person
Comedy Jam.
signing on the stage, and it was all hearing impaired people. And I don't know if you know who Herb Dixon is, but he has, I think, maybe 60% of his act is making engine noises. He called himself the Harley guy.
No
He brought
way.
a special microphone. These are Richard Letts contemporaries, by the way.
Yeah.
He's the
What?
best of this group.
The
Yeah.
microphone feels as though it
Steel
must have been like
sharpens
a
steel.
brass knuckles microphone.
Something, I
That's
don't know,
what
but
I
he would.
assume.
I did a debaters against him, and like literally,
And your rebuttal?
it was that was literally what happened. You can look up the episode. It's called Motorcycles.
shit.
His closing argument.
You start winning, he just does engine noises over you so they can't
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah. Okay,
It
great
was
great point,
insane.
Herb. Ivan, counterpoint.
Like-
That doesn't sound like an engine.
I don't think they sound like
Guys, he was great. Okay, had all your favorites. Helicopter. He did Harley Davidson. That was his closer, obviously. Closed on
can't
Harley.
follow Harley.
You know when you got a Harley.
Yeah.
It was. He would draw it out too. He'd be like, you start it up. It's cold. And then he would do the horn at the end. Was his clip? He'd go. Good night, everybody.
You go up to Herb, you're like, Herb, have you ever thought about doing a train? He's like, what am I, a fucking hack? Jesus
I'm sorry, all I
Christ.
can imagine is Herb in the blind show. Not the deaf one, but the blind show, and all of them are like, there's a fucking motorcycle! Holy Jesus Christ! Holy fuck! And it's him just like,
Get the lights up higher.
and now there's a helicopter. And it's a Vietnam one. It's all of them hitting the deck.
I think they like it so much they start moshing.
Yes.
They start skanking out.
Oh God.
But sorry, so you're...
No, that was who should have booked her.
Yeah.
So I'm at this blindness fundraiser.
Yeah.
Mace is freaking out before the show because he's like, I gotta be clean, I gotta make sure, and he's going through his act with like a fight, like he has a joke about like someone getting dropped on their head. He's like, is that fine? Do you think that's okay? If I say seizures, are they gonna be sensitive about that? I'm like, Mace, just do your act. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You're good.
And he goes out, he's doing well, and then his closing joke is this joke about how people say being gay is wrong because it's unnatural. And he's like, you don't think Jesus was unnatural? You know what's unnatural? Crucifixion, resurrection, curing the blind. And then it got nothing, and then a woman in the crowd just went, hey! And then he was like, you're going to love your headliner. Good night.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Hey!
We were on board until you just insulted the very thing we're doing here.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's just so funny how like he was freaking out so much about it and like missed the main one.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I
that's
hope I'm not
crazy.
dirty. And it was like, but I hope I don't make the blind people feel like they missed out on Jesus.
During the stupid blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, those idiots.
That's so
Leave
funny.
them. Leave them in the dark, I say.
You're going to love your headliner is like the funniest thing to say after just like nuking.
Tanking.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
guys
my
are gonna love your
God,
headline.
yeah.
You guys are going to love your headliner.
You guys seem like a fun group.
Yeah, you guys seem warmed up.
I think, however, if you ever see somebody complimenting the audience a lot, they hate them. That's the secret
Yes.
to if you're
That
watching
is-
if you're
Yes.
watching a comedian, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like they're saying a lot of like, you guys are fun, man.
It feels
Yeah.
like
You guys are
that.
small, but you're fantastic.
It legit feels like a child that just fell and you can't show that you're like, oh no! You just have to be like, oh, you're good.
Yes.
You don't have to cry. You're
As
doing. You're
someone
amazing.
Who is maybe guilty of that, you are. That's like the most correct thing ever. People have pointed
100%.
out that they're like, every time you complimented them, your eyes were so dead.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
do
guys
it all
are
the
great.
time.
Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
be like,
there's-
you guys are gonna be great. You
There's
got a
only
great
13
lineup.
of you guys, but you guys feel like 15. Oh, this is great.
Yes.
I love that you're here.
Great stuff. When
Yeah.
I did the Funny Bone Club that they opened here, did you guys know that story?
What?
No.
We had a funny bone here?
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard
Holy
about
shit.
Okay,
that.
so
When
this
the
is
hell
the
was that?
story. This is right around the time that Yuck Yucks became the Comedy Mix.
Okay.
So it used to be Yuck Yucks, and then it shifted.
And what year was that around? If you were to guess.
Ooh, 2006,
Wow.
maybe.
Bobby, how old were you then?
10.
Nice.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
both in grade 4.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
How do you feel now?
I don't know. I'm an old man. I have come to terms with it.
Yeah.
How old were you at that point though? Like 18, 19?
Yeah. So I started at 19 in
Yeah.
2006.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
it's
so
like
this
when
would have
you
been
kicked
later.
off.
This would have been 08 then. I
Okay.
guess. 08, 09 maybe. No, because it was before. Anyway, I'm getting my timelines mixed up. But I still lived in Ladner at the time. And I was driving into the city, and I know because I crashed my car coming home from the Funny Bone once.
Long drive.
But it was this very short-lived club where no affiliation to the American Funny Bones, by the way.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, so I kind of figured it
that's
was.
what I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same. That's
I know,
what
and
was-
everybody was asking. All the headliners were like, "So are you guys connected?" They're like, "No," but they
We're just also a funny.
Yeah.
they tried.
No,
boy,
one
did they
named
try
after
hard.
elbows.
So it was in the Edgewater Casino, which was built during like Expo '86. It was down near the Plaza of Nations.
I remember that,
behind
yeah.
Busy Place.
Okay.
They had this old IMAX theater that they built steps from Science World, which also had an OmniMax theater, but they were like, we're doing one too. And they had it, and it was just kind of sitting empty. They would rent it out for events now and again in the casino, and then once the Yuck Yucks left the Comedy Mix, the two guys that ran the Yuck Yucks were like, we'll also do an independent club because everybody knows the city's ready. And they were like, it's going to be in this casino in this old IMAX theater. And they ran it. They put couches down. This theater, I don't know if you've been to an IMAX theater.
Big
They're
ceiling.
fucking huge.
Tall ceiling.
Huge.
Yeah,
It's
man.
huge. And then the best part about the club, though, is they would, and the reason why I thought of this is because, like, they couldn't get people in there, and they eventually came in, they're like, they had to tell the comedians to be like, stop talking about how small the crowd is. Don't mention it. And you're like, it needs mentioning.
It's weird to not talk
There's
about
9 people in the Colosseum of Rome.
Not only is it 9, they're 150 feet away.
Yeah.
Like, they put couches down on the bottom floor. They built a little pipe and drape green room with, like, a tunnel to the stage. And they had the big screen behind you. But the best part about the club was that they kept, and of course you would, the pre-show laser intro. Like when you see an Omnimax movie and they got the tunnel and the laser and the big sound. So they made that like
Just
welcome
scaring
to the
people?
funny boat. Lasers, big tunnel, like huge screen, and then the lights go down and then a fucking ant of a comedian walks out onto the tiniest little stage you've ever seen in your life and is like, hey everybody, hello, how's it go? I took the bus here.
And then the people sitting there are like, he's got to address this.
Please talk about how few people there are.
There's like an owner in the back just going like, do not
say it.
Fucking talk about how small this crowd is.
An owner ready.
Goliath is coming out.
And they put a lot of money in. There were ads at SkyTrain stations. They
my
brought
God.
in like big headliners to try to fill it. Gilbert Gottfried was there. Jim Jeffries.
Holy
Wow.
fuck, what?
How many people were like more people showing up to those shows?
Yeah, like they would get like 30 because it was
Oh
also
my
like
God,
nobody knows where
crazy.
the fuck this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that casino, I
That
remember.
casino, you're like, it's tiny. So when you walk in there, you're like, there's a giant comedy club in here.
That
Like,
casino was also run down as hell. At least
Yes.
when I went to, and
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I was in grade 12, I had a fake ID, and I went to it, and it was like just decrepit.
Yeah.
it was so gross
I
inside.
think
of there.
like every couple years someone tries to reopen it, and
Yeah.
it's only getting worse.
Well, now it's a venue space, and it actually looks like a pretty
I
cool
heard it's
venue
going to be a
space.
comedy.
they got an old IMAX theater just sitting there.
I had no idea the
I'm
IMAX
trying to round up
theater was
investors.
crazy.
I got my assistant Sylvia Munson. She's British, so you know she's serious and also
She's
real.
got old molasses money.
Real.
She's quite rich.
Hello, dear. I love the idea that the moment you address how small the crowd is, the owner hits a button and a laser hits you in the eye.
Like,
Ow!
you get sucked into the tunnel.
That's like, I don't know.
Next year you're going to be sitting in the audience for the fundraiser for the blind.
Do you guys remember, like, they cut it probably 2 years ago, but House of Comedy used to have that introduction video.
Oh my
they would
God,
show,
yeah.
like,
Oh,
a
yeah.
different, they would show almost just like a cut shot, like, inspirational video of
Yeah.
Vancouver. And
Well,
the
they did it for every
story.
city.
They did, yeah.
They did
So
it.
I
One
was
for
touring
Edmonton.
them, like I did the Arizona. I did like all of their clubs.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I got to
damn.
see the version of each one.
You got to do
It
the
was all the
circuit.
same song.
Yep.
It was Jay-Z. It was like a Jay-Z song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember it would
So-
always be a Jay-Z song, and I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Having had
Yeah.
drinks with the new general manager of the New West location last night.
Yeah.
They're replacing it with porn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who is
head
a
office,
Patreon subscriber.
She is.
Yeah.
Head office really wants to bring that back.
Oh my God.
And she
Really?
was like, "How about maybe we don't?" And they were
Yes.
like, "No, we really."
Well, we got to get the screen working downstairs first.
Yeah.
that is the biggest issue.
Well, I
yeah.
always loved when Zeke was on mic. Because for a little bit he didn't have the confidence to give a proper introduction, and
Yeah.
Zeke is he Jakarta? From
Yeah, he's
Jakarta?
from Jakarta.
So he has like he has an accent. And he would come on, and it would be like this big introduction of music and Jay-Z
Huge.
playing, and then it would just be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Your headliner, Sean McDonald." And just I would walk out after Jay-Z's playing. After
Yeah.
like the Canucks are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just-
The
Yeah.
Sean McDonald.
The funniest one that happened there was they did a weekend where it was David Tritter hosting, and they had a technical issue, and it was Ryan, the guy in the box office, was doing it, and it's like Kickstart My like. Oh
yeah,
like a whole
it's
light
Kickstart My
show.
Heart now.
Yeah.
And then there was a malfunction, so it goes and then it goes and then you just hear in the mic, uh-oh. And then it goes dark, and then the lights are just suddenly like bumps. David Tritter's just on stage, and he's just like, "Oh hey!" And it just starts the
No intro.
no intro, just uh-oh, chikunk, boom, and then David Tritter's just suddenly there, and he's like, "Hello," and then the show starts.
I love the crew there so much because sometimes they make blunders and I love them, so
I
it's
know.
hilarious when they fuck up.
And you're
But
just
I remember
sitting there
opening
like-
for someone and they were like, "You got to do 25," and then getting the light at 4 minutes, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I guess like something's gone awry, like astray. I got to
Yeah.
get off soon." And I was like, "I'll do like 10," and then at like 6 minutes, it just starts blinking, and I'm
Oh
like,
my
"Oh
god.
fuck!" And I like get off, and I brought up, I think it was Alex Carr,
Yeah.
to middle, and then he goes up there, and it was Brian Simpson headlining, and he's like, how come you got off so early? I was like, I don't know. They kept flashing the light at me. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Justin on the light came back, and he's like, how come you got off early? And I was like, you were flashing me, dude. And then Alex got off, and then Brian Simpson went on and was supposed to do an hour, and apparently they started lighting him at like 10 minutes in. And he was like, man, what the fuck? And you can just see like this very faint red light like flashing as he's 15 minutes into his set. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I do the upstairs room there, like the first show goes okay, and then the second they always start Kickstart My Heart, and then it's so funny because if you're hosting, you're standing right next to the booth, and you hear the guy go, "All right, ladies and gentlemen," and then you just have to turn to him and go, "Your mic's not on," and then he goes, "Fuck."
Yes, that was the Peanut, right?
Yes,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
very recently.
Yeah,
Your
he
mic's
did it
not
2
on.
shows in a row.
Yeah, your mic's
Yeah.
not. Oh, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Mic's not on. Okay. Oh, okay.
Does Yuck Yuck still do the recording
Yeah, for sure.
where they would do like Breslin recorded an intro for every club?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it was
What?
always like they would do. It had like a. I think it was
Ramones?
Ballroom Blitz.
Breslin's voice, and then they would
And
say
And then
the
it would
host.
Breslin being like,
Cut away.
"Welcome to Yuck Yucks, the birthplace of
Of
Canadian
Canadian
stand-up
stand-up
comedy.
I
comedy.
didn't know that was Mark.
Now,
Me
please
neither.
welcome your host and MC, the fabulous and talented." And then
Microphone
the sound guy would
blows
have
out.
to go.
Ivan Decker.
Erica Sigurdsson.
Have you ever done Absolute?
Yes.
So Absolute does that same thing, but instead they play "Lose Yourself" by Eminem.
Oh my
before.
God.
They play "Lose Yourself" and they start flashing the lights
You only
on
get
and
one
off.
shot.
Oh my
So
god.
you're
I
just
love
like,
that
what
trope.
The fuck?
Yeah.
One shot. That's happened never.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about
6
fucking
shows this
a
week.
career in the entertainment industry. There's no one shot
No.
ever.
Yes.
Like, everything is cumulative. Like I remember a certain booker for a TV taping here talking to the crop of young new comics, being like, this is this kind of your shot, guys. This is how people start. I was like, it isn't, guys. Don't listen to what that guy said.
Guys.
Just have fun out there. Have a good set. No one's gonna see this.
Yeah.
This taping
Which-
is mostly played in retirement
Unless you
homes.
steal it from your own television and put it on to a form of media that people actually consume.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. Which of the many TV tapings the CBC has put out was it
Yeah.
that got like double-digit viewership?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
not to go in too heavily and drag them, but any single time that I see one of the New Wave sets, I'm like, this must be under 1,000 views.
100%.
yeah.
Anytime I
Yes.
see New Wave, I'm like, this has got to be like
On
under a K.
like
Yeah.
where are they posting it? On
Gems.
CBC
Yeah.
Gem.
Gem.
Do they have view
You know
counts
that
on
website
No.
that you go on all the time and browse and see what's new.
Gem? Well, I heard that the New Wave was not even under stand-up comedy. It was under like spoken word.
Yeah, it was
Like, you
under like
couldn't-
special presentation.
Yeah, you couldn't
Yeah.
find it if you typed in stand-up.
That's insane.
It was under slam poetry because of the Picton poem. Yeah.
Danger Cats' front page.
Yeah.
Victims, victims.
That's crazy. He did that.
Honestly, of all the things he's done, it's
Yeah,
kind of-
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
tracks.
pretty tame.
It
yeah.
tracks.
Yeah.
Dave, so you started in, when did you say, 2006?
2006, I did my first spot.
Where was that?
Zawa, which was then called Zesties.
On Commercial Drive?
Commercial Drive.
Well, that wasn't where the incident happened.
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
okay.
The Guy Earl incident.
Yeah.
What? I don't know this.
This was huge.
This was big news because he was our Mike Ward.
Oh yeah.
He was our very own homegrown Mike Ward.
What's this incident? Can you say? Or is it-
Yeah, I can say. I don't give a fuck. My career's over anyway.
Yeah. Normally those words are followed by "You're gonna love your headliner."
Yeah. Let me just
fuck. My career is over. Anyway, welcome to the stage, Andrew Gin, ladies and
Love
gentlemen.
your headliner.
You guys seem warmed up.
Yeah, you guys seem warmed up.
That's so fucking
So,
funny.
Guy Earl
Yeah.
was a man who did stand up. Allegedly. He ran a few mics and he had a big head. I remember that. He really wanted to go after Brent Butt for the size of his head. Every time Brent Butt's name came up, he's like, "I bet my head's bigger." You ever measured it? I was like,
Wait, are you serious?
yeah, because on corner gas, Brent Butt has a lot of jokes about having a big head, and then this guy was like, "My head's even bigger than Brent."
My head's bigger. I should be famous.
Get me on there.
He has other qualities, guy.
Have you seen the size of my fucking
You think
head?
CTV was like, "Who's got the biggest head? Let's give
gonna
him
show.
9 seasons." So he ran this mic. Now there were various shows at this restaurant over the years. Where I started was the Laugh Riot Girls. It was like an all lesbian stand-up room, and they liked me for some reason. And so I would go.
And where was that?
I think because I reminded them of like their sons. Because like there were no 19-year-olds doing comedy back then.
Yeah.
Like, children were not interested in this art form. And
Was there
so-
anyone
God, that
near
sounds
your
great.
age? Like
no,
22,
like the next
20?
youngest was like 30.
That's
Oh, that's
crazy.
Yeah,
nice.
like I was the youngest person on the scene by a country mile. There was one other kid, and then he went crazy.
As they do.
But yeah, it was kind of like it was a novelty. Whereas like now, I feel like being young is like who cares?
I feel like
It's, the open mic scene is pretty geriatric these days.
Yeah, that's 'cause
I get very
keep showing
excited
up.
if I see like a 19-year-old. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like get
Run
into it. But so this guy he just ran like a mic. There was like a Wednesday mic, and then because Commercial Drive was like I think it was I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like where a lot of the lesbians would hang out.
Yeah.
Zesties especially. They would go there because they had that all lesbian stand-up show on Fridays. So I think that we're like, oh, there's comedy on Wednesdays now. It's probably also safe for us.
Yeah.
And then this guy
Which
was
is a very fair assumption.
Of course
Yeah,
it
of
is.
course.
Yeah,
I'm
very-
not faulting them at all.
No,
Yeah.
very, very reasonable sort of.
It's across the street from a vibrator store. Like,
Oh, the dildo Imperium.
That is true. I
A
forgot.
very famous dildo store. Yeah.
Yeah.
so they, and then it was basically just like a fight happened, but guy said some slurs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like it was like a woman in the audience was yelling, and he's like, "Sit down, you fucking dyke!" Or something.
Yeah.
Your head's not that big. He's like, I'll kill you. I will kill
If
you.
I stand in front of Brent Butt, you don't even see his head. Brent Butt looks like my shadow.
I've never worn a hat in my life. You know how hard that is?
I'll headbutt both wives through the fucking wall.
I look like somebody put an air compressor in my mouth. Are you fucking crazy?
So he's bad at comedy, and then gets in a fight, and it's not even like there was a physical thing too. Like she rushed the stage, and he like
Whoa.
but all he did was he like took her sunglasses off her head and broke.
Feels like
He broke him. He tried to put him on his head.
yeah, I
I
snapped.
told you.
It also feels like a way that like an elementary school bully goes after
Yeah.
someone. Like, nice glasses, 4 eyes. Yeah.
He probably tried to put him on, and they snapped.
Yeah, the slur he said was 4 eyes.
I told you. I told you my head was huge. It broke your fucking glasses.
Where's my show?
But then it turned into this, like people were protesting the restaurant.
Yeah.
They had signs saying "Don't be a bad guy" was one of them, which I thought was pretty.
Whoa.
That is funny.
And he went to the Human Rights Tribunal,
Oh my God.
similar to Mike Ward.
Yeah.
That came across their desk, and then he managed to spin it into this whole like can't say anything anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, you attacked a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's not. You're not being persecuted for what you said.
Yeah, you're being
There was a physical altercation.
Snapped her glasses.
You psycho. But of course, because
Also, those
he's
are
like,
lesbian glasses, so those had thick frames.
exactly.
Yeah.
Also,
Holy
just imagining
shit.
the desk of the Human Rights Tribunal in Ottawa.
Yeah.
And they're just like going through stuff, and then somebody leans over and goes, "Well, that guy's head is fucking."
Holy you can't even fit on the paper. This illegal paper is like longer.
Manila folder. Look at the size of this guy's head.
It's folded. The page. You have to unfold it like Daddy get the move for me.
It's a pop-up book. Yeah.
It's like, put those indigenous land disputes away. There's a man with a huge fucking head that needs saving.
Hold on. He's being his stand-up is under attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course. Then he went on a little tour with like all the you can't say anything anymore people.
Who were the people at that time?
Dude, it's always existed. That's the thing. Like
Jason
this
Rouse,
whole,
I would imagine, yeah.
Not even worse. Like I think right-wing American guys. Yeah.
John Wayne.
John Wayne.
Yeah.
China's
Right-wing-
most unhinged
He got
comedian.
on, I think, because of the press. He managed to get on a couple podcasts or something about. I don't even know what he's doing now.
I've never heard. I don't even remember the guy's
neither.
name. I just
Yeah.
I remember because I was in Victoria.
Yeah.
Years later. And it was like Victoria's so woke that if you attack women, they bring you up against the Human Rights
break a
Tribunal.
lesbian sunglasses.
Yeah.
And as a little country bumpkin, I was like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Yeah. I know. They need alternative milks. I love it's like the way people in Vancouver do hacky stuff about Alberta. It's like the way they do hacky stuff about Vancouver is like, they don't even drink real milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your almond milk.
You ever tried milk and oat?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Which also, dude, we talked about this before, Bobby, but the Alberta thing is exhausting.
Oh
As someone
my
that's
God,
been in
it's the
BC
worst.
my whole life,
It's
it's
so
even I find to go to like Toronto and see people do it there. I'm like, none of you have even been. You're not even
Yeah.
fucking close to this place.
Yeah.
And I've been to a lot of parts of BC that I'm like, we're the same.
I've
Yes.
said this before.
I've been in a lot of
Every-
parts of BC where I'm like, the hills do have eyes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Every part of Canada is this. If you go an hour out of any of the like 6 major cities in Canada, you are in Barrie, Ontario.
You are
know, it's all the
breathing
same.
wildfire smoke.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just imagining a guy Ward. What was his name?
Guy Earl.
Guy Earl. 2 first names.
Great name.
George Floyd.
Yeah, Guy Earl, George
Two
Floyd.
great restaurant
Just
names.
imagining,
Guys and Earls.
You've heard of Guys and Dolls. Wait till you come to Guys and Earls. No chicks that like chicks.
No lesbian glasses.
That's right.
Just him going out like on this right wing tour.
Yeah.
And, like he's with these right wing guys that are so racist, and they all start like measuring each other's skulls. And they're like, "We don't even have an instrument for this. This thing is off the charts. You must be the smartest white man ever."
He's shattering phrenology instruments.
He's just sitting there like, "I'm finally where I belong. You get to be the leader now, guy.
Oh, God.
Can't even figure out how to get around this thing." Tiny crown on his head.
You know, there's actually a regular size crown.
Brent Butt would get lost in this thing.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're at about an hour.
Yeah.
So, Ivan, is there anything you want to get off your chest about anybody who's wronged you in the comedy scene in the past?
Oh, God.
Perhaps a guy that you want to duel one-on-one with a sword?
No, I don't think we should put that in.
That's fair. We can pull that. We can also.
We'll do some. Let's do some more so you have lots to use.
Yeah, we'll fill in at the tail end.
Yeah, we can also roll over to the Patreon.